It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And I am in my back garden. It is February 2nd. I know, right? In my shirt sleeves with the sunshine. Oh my gosh, we're having Santa Ana conditions today, so you might hear my beautiful wind chime in the background as those warm easterly breezes waft through. All right, I have tortured you enough. Here's the deal today. This agave attenuata variegata that I purchased about 5 or 6 years ago from the California Cactus Center in Pasadena, she has been magnificent. She's one of my favorite plants in my garden, but in her great intelligence over the years, she has turned herself 90 degrees from where I planted her. I had her facing this way so that I could enjoy her from my back door, and she, in her great intelligence, has been reaching for the light, following the exposure. The sun comes up this way, so she's headed that way. But I don't want to look at her trunk. I want to look at her beautiful face. Also, I'm not a big fan of attenuata trunks anyway, and you may not be either. So I want to show you how I'm going to handle this sitch. Okay, I'm going to take my trusty loppers, and I am going to make a cut where, you know, allowing a little bit of trunk so that I have something to stick back in the ground. Okay. Oh, Mama, you are so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, look at this. Isn't she spectacular? Look at the variegation on that. I just love her so much. And no worries, if you're new to the channel, you know, this is what we do, and she will be fine. She will reroot in no time and continue living a wonderful life. Now remember, your garden is your playground. You decide how you want things to look and where you want things to be. This is the fun of gardening. So one man's beauty might be another man's nightmare. I don't know, but for me, I don't want to look at the trunk, and I want to turn her face toward the door. So here we go. Now, look at this gift that Mama has given me. She's given me all these pups, all these babies. So I'm going to remove them too. Well, let's see. Let me get around to the other side here. Looks like some of the pups have reverted. Like this guy does not have any variegation. Boo. All right. But look at all the ones that do. Oh my gosh. I've got, let me grab my clippers, sorry. I've got a lot with variegation. Now the variegation might not be as spectacular as Mom's, but I'm hopeful that over time, as the plant grows and matures, it will develop more and more variegation. So I'm going to take this one. Not too shabby. Little bit of variegation there. Digging that. But it's these smaller ones that have the best. And these are very little. You know, this is not, Mom was not much bigger than this when I bought her. So this is a good size to propagate with. It'll be fine. We've even got a little air root right there. So all of my babies, I will be replanting, probably these smaller ones. Look at the variegation on that. I'm going to plant these in a pot. Now this is going to be a pot with dry potting soil, and I'm not going to water until the wound has a chance to callus or harden off, and perhaps even start throwing out some little roots. Because remember, when a plant is a cutting, it doesn't have the ability to intake water, so why would you water it? That's how you encourage rot. So just put it in a shady spot, allow the wound to harden, allow some roots to form, and then you can start gently watering. And that could take, depending on the time of the year when you do it, it could take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. Oh goodness, here's another one. Some cute little stripes on that one. This one looks a little ratty right now, but I bet it'll be a winner. All right, now what I'm gonna do, since I've removed all the pups, is I'm gonna dig out the stump, and I could take this rooted stump and put it in the shade and probably propagate more cuttings, more babies, more pups. You can do that if you want. If you've got a garden of death, I encourage it. Then after I get this all out, I'm gonna replace Mom in its place, facing the way I like it. All right. So you can take this, we can trim up the roots. You don't need all these, like so. Okay, and then this hot mess can go in a pot, stuck off in the shade, and chances are excellent there's enough energy left in this trunk to throw off even more pups. Okay, so I'm going to take my handy dandy multi-tool and dig out a little hole. Since we removed the root ball, this is really loamy and soft and sandy and really workable soil. And the soil's a little bit damp, but it's not wet. And I know that we don't have any rain in the forecast for the foreseeable future. So I feel absolutely fine taking this cutting and just popping it back in the ground. If you anticipate rain, then you will want to harden your plant off in a cool, dry place before putting it back in the ground. All right, so here is my gorgeous attenuata variegata, and I'm going to set her in this lovely little hole here. She's going to be pointing the direction that I want her to be in, and we're going to start this life cycle all over again. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, reporting from my sunny February garden in San Diego, California, with Mama Attenuata variegata and your succulent tip of the day.